In this video we are comparing the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3 against the Saucony Endorphin Speed 3. What is up everybody, and welcome to a very pink video. As you'd expect in 40 runs, we love these shoes because they're pink. Pink makes you run faster. It is scientifically proven, people. Get some pink in your life and you will run faster. There's no doubt about that. Right, so where do we start? Okay. Let's do the boring stuff first. Do the stats and features, then I'll come on to which ones you should buy for what. So let's get stuck in. Okay people, so let's start with the Pro 3. Increased stack of Power Run PB. They've gone up to 39.5. It's an increase of about 4 mil, I believe. New mesh upper. They put holes in the tongue, which then we've got a new heel counter on the back. We've got a little bit of foam, but not over the top in terms of foam and cushion for your heel. I'll come on to that again in a minute because I know there's some concerns about heel rub. Gusseted tongue. We've got a new outsole, which is awesome. Speed roll tech is retained on the shoe. They've got some cutouts there to reduce the weight. They have reduced the weight by, I'll come on to it actually, we'll weigh both of these. But the reason I'm staying here is because I want to talk about the width. They've increased the width actually in both of these shoes, but in particular on this shoe, I think it's 3 to 4 mil, which is a main talking point because they've increased the stack. So, you know, they kind of balanced it out. That's the point. I was trying to make 210 pounds. I said the weight. Both shoes have an 8 mil drop, by the way. 7.95 ounces, and for all you people who love grams, 225 grams for you people who love grams. And then we'll do the free while we're here. 239 grams for the Speed 3, 8.4 ounces for the Speed 3. In terms of fit, I would say the Saucony fits, they both fit true to size, but the Saucony Speed 3 fits probably a little bit better. There's definitely a little bit more forgiveness. When I first put these on, I realised I had too thick a sock on, and then I remembered further down the line, oh yeah, that was because this is meant to be a racing shoe, and why would I wear a thick sock on race day? So just watch it. You might put these on and think, God, these are small, but just have a look at your socks. What else? Oh yeah, I didn't do the stats for these, did I? So 8 mil drop, Power Run PB. They've also increased the width, like I said, and improved the outsole. We've got some built up walls a little bit in terms of the Power Run. They've done the same on both shoes and built up the medial and lateral sides a little bit. This shoe gets a new winged plate, a little bits of nylon plate, TPU plate sticking out there. They've created like a cradle for your foot to give you that little bit of extra stability, because that was one of the complaints of the shoe. They got rid of the dual layer upper and they've gone with a more traditional mesh upper on the shoe. They've also added a heel counter, so it's a little bit more rigid in the heel area on this shoe as well. And I think that's about it. This was 165, I don't know if I mentioned the prices, but 165 pounds and 210 pounds. Now the heel count, let's just address that, because you guys have been saying in the videos in the comments about the heel counts. I've had no rubbing with either shoe. Just want to put that out there. I know you guys have said that there's been some reviews with heel counter rubbing. I don't watch many reviews, but the reviews I've seen have not mentioned it, but okay, fine. But I've just wanted to let you know that I've had no problem with the heels in the shoes that I've got here. Maybe it's shoe surfing, I've got absolutely no idea, but all I can say is I've had no heel rub in these. But then again, I didn't have in the Puma Deviate Nitro. A lot of reviewers apparently had heel rub in that shoe, so maybe I'm just really lucky in the sort of heel Achilles area that it's made of like leather. Okay, so I want to make this video quite short actually and painless for you. This is a half marathon to marathon shoe. I would say this is your training to half marathon race day shoe. The Saucony Endorphin Speed 3 is without doubt the best running shoe you can buy pound for pound. It does everything really well. You can also wear this for a marathon if you so choose. So if you wanted to invest £165, which is a lot of money, into one running shoe, then I would put it into the Speed 3. It can literally do everything, people, and they've really improved it by sorting out some of the stability issues. This, the Pro 3, has changed from the Pro 2 significantly, but as I think I said in the first video I did on this, is that this is much more of a race-tuned offering than this version, and even, to be honest, the Pro Plus. you've got to look at this shoe as a race day shoe. I wouldn't necessarily train or put too many training miles through the shoe. I would save this for race day, or those fast efforts, whether it, whatever you're doing, half marathon or marathon. I would save it for then. It is a much more race focused shoe than the previous versions, which is a good thing because they've separated the two. I know they're now built on different lasts, which is good news. So they really tried to pull the two apart, because I think they were a bit too close, the first versions of the shoes. So by pulling them apart and making them more distinguished from each other is actually a really positive thing. Both of these shoes react in a really positive way when running. The Saucony Speed, I would say, probably gives you the most versatility in terms of where you are in your running that week, if you're in a plan or if you're just running out there for fun. But whatever you're doing, it does kind of make it more fun, more energised with the Power Run PB, because of the flexibility of the TPU plate. It's not as rigid, and yeah, just overall the fun element of the shoe really comes to play. They're both quite noisy, by the way. I would say that, in particularly the Pro is really noisy on the roads. But yeah, it's just a fun shoe, and that's what I think helps you get out of the door and run, because you're going to enjoy the run, because the shoe just really wants to help you. The Pro 3, which, as I said a second ago, is really noisy and really annoying. Yeah, it's just, I can't emphasise this point enough. You really need to go into this thinking you're buying this shoe for race day. That's what I would say, and it won't let you down. Both shoes have improved on the outsoles. They're not as... They don't struggle as much in the greasy conditions. They're still not brilliant, I would say that. It's probably the one thing that does let the shoe down, is the outsole. But it's definitely an improvement over previous versions of the shoes. So, if you work for Saucony and you're watching this, which you're probably not, but if you are, make sure you get in touch and sponsor the Long Run podcast. But you do still need to look at the outsoles, I would say. But this is definitely an improvement over previous versions. So yeah, I think that's probably about it. So to conclude, this is without doubt the best running shoe around at the moment. If you can only buy one of these, buy this shoe, because it can do everything this can do and more. But if you're in the fortunate position that you can afford a race day shoe as well, the Pro 3 does offer you, especially if you require a little bit of mild support, an option versus some of the regular other shoes out there. I'm thinking Alpha Fly, Met Speed Sky, that, Adios Pro 3, that kind of thing. It's definitely upped its game and come into, that league above where it was. It was kind of in no man's land here with this shoe. But you definitely do need to think about this as a race day shoe. So if you're looking for a race day, out and out race day shoe, this is the way to go. For me, value wise, £165. I just can't see anything at the moment beating the Speed 3.